Welcome to this explainer. Listen, if you're doing business or freelancing in Portugal, you already know that dealing with the administrative side of things, well, it can sometimes feel a bit overwhelming. But today, we're going to change that. We are breaking down the official guide to the Portuguese Tax Authority portal, the famous Portal das Finanças. We'll walk through the faturas e recibos, the invoices and receipt system, step by step together. Honestly, I promise you it's way more straightforward than it looks. So take a deep breath and let's get right into it. So here's the real question, right? Are you ready to get paid without that familiar tax portal panic? We have absolutely all been there, just staring at a screen full of official Portuguese tax jargon, terrified that one wrong click is going to cause some massive headache. But getting paid for your hard work should not be a source of anxiety. In this explainer, I'm giving you a foolproof walkthrough of exactly how to issue your documents properly. That way, you can actually focus on your work and not the paperwork. Okay, here is our roadmap for today. We've got 5 steps to conquer. 1. Access and authentication. 2. Navigating the main menu. 3. Issuing invoices or receipts. 4. How to issue isolated acts. And 5. Consulting and managing your documents. All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, Access and Authentication. Okay, let's dive into this. Obviously, before we can issue a single thing, we've got to log in. When you navigate over to the Faturas e Recibos section of the portal, you're greeted by this clean, straightforward authentication screen with a couple of different tabs. And honestly, once you know exactly what to look for, you can totally bypass the confusion and get straight into your account. Now, the portal actually gives you 3 simple, distinct ways to authenticate. You can use your Portuguese citizen card, the cartão de cidadão. You can use your digital mobile key, the chave mobile digital, which is incredibly handy if you already have it set up on your phone. Or you can just go with the classic method, typing in your tax identification number, your NIF, along with your personal password. Assuming you can remember it, of course. Just pick whichever is easiest for you, and boom, you're in. Moving right along to Section 2, Navigating the Main Menu. You know, once you're actually logged in, the main dashboard is surprisingly logical. The tax authority really made an effort here. They used a pretty clean design with these friendly little illustrations to make it user-friendly. You've got your navigation menu on the left, and then 2 massive, unmissable buttons right smack in the center. Let's quickly summarize the main tools you've got available here. The absolute heavy hitters are emitir, which means to issue documents, and consultar, which is where you go to check your history. There are also a few options to obtain blank forms, and these incredibly useful tools to create client and product catalogs. Those catalogs are a lifesaver because they save you from typing the exact same details over and over again. But really, for your daily freelance needs, you're going to spend like 95% of your time clicking emitir or consultar. All right, Section 3, Issuing Invoices or Receipts. So this is it, the core of our explainer, filling out the actual form to get paid. When you hit emitir on the dashboard, it leads you right here to the emissions form. Now, the absolutely crucial first move is right up at the top. You have to set the data da transação, the transaction date. Basically, this is the date the service was completed or the goods were handed over. Right after that, in the typo or type drop-down menu, you've got to tell the system what exactly you're issuing. Is it a fatura, an invoice, or a fatura recibo, an invoice receipt combo? Just keep in mind you only use a fatura recibo if you are issuing the document at the exact same moment you're getting the cash. Now, what's really interesting about this next part is that as the professional, you are considered the transmitente. The most critical detail you need to fill out here is selecting your atividade exercida, your exercised activity. This is that specific CIRS or CAE code you registered when you first opened your activity. If you happen to have multiple codes, you have to be super careful to select the one that actually corresponds to the specific work you're billing for right now. Just below that, you'll see the description field. This is where you just drop in the usual denomination of the services you provided. Keep it simple and accurate. Okay, next up, the client's details. And there's a really vital difference here that trips up so many beginners. If your client is Portuguese, you can identify them just using their NIF, or you can use their NIF, name, and address. But if you're billing a foreign client, the system actually simplifies things for you. You literally only need to input their foreign tax number and their name. Knowing this tiny little difference is a real game changer. It is going to save you so much frustration when you're trying to bill your international clients and avoid those annoying error messages. Moving on to Section 4, How to Issue Isolated Acts. We're going to take a really quick detour here for any viewers who might be doing a bit of billing, but maybe you aren't officially registered as an independent worker. This brings us to an auto isolado. which literally translates to an isolated act. It's this special, unique type of invoice or receipt designed specifically for individuals who do not have a registered, ongoing business activity. So, say you just did one random consulting gig, or maybe you sold a single piece of artwork, but you aren't a registered freelancer. This feature is built exactly for you. And the best part? The form looks almost identical to the regular invoice form you just learned about. So, the crucial point is what happens immediately after you hit submit on an auto-isolado. The system generates what's called a Modelo Pay-to. Basically, this is a VAT or IVA payment slip. Because you aren't filing regular VAT returns like a registered worker would, the system just generates a ticket for the VAT associated with this one single transaction. You absolutely, positively must pay this slip by the deadline printed right on it. You can knock it out via Multibanco, your online banking app, or even in person at a tax office. Just whatever you do not forget this step. And finally, Section 5, Consulting and Managing Documents. So you've successfully issued your documents. Now, to manage that financial history you've just created, you'll click Consultar back on the main menu, which takes you to this really robust search interface. You can filter your past documents by the date of emission, by a specific client's NIF, or even by the document type. Once you hit search, the portal gives you a clean, super organized list of your results right at the bottom. It shows the document reference, its status, like emitted, the date, and the total value. Very neat, very organized. And this is where the true power of the portal really shines. Right next to every single document in your search results, there's an Ações or Actions button. When you click that, you uncover some massive time savers. There lets you view all the nitty-gritty details. In Premiere, generates a clean PDF that you can download and email straight to your client. Exportar Tabela lets you dump your entire search list into Excel, which is perfect for your personal accounting. But honestly, the absolute best feature is Emitir Novo, Issue New. This literally duplicates all the data from a past invoice and drops it into a brand new draft. So if you have regular clients, you almost never have to type their details twice. It is amazing. All right, we have covered the whole shebang, from logging in to picking the right activity codes, all the way to tracking down your past invoices. My biggest piece of advice to you right now is to log in, maybe poke around and set up your client catalog, and just start billing with absolute confidence. The Portal das Finanças is simply a tool designed to help you organize your business. And now you have the perfect map to navigate it. It's time to stop stressing and finally take control of your freelance administration. So I'll leave you with this final, exciting thought. What is the very first invoice you are going to issue today? Get out there, keep doing great work, and rest easy knowing that getting paid is officially the easiest part of your job. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, keep growing, and I'll catch you next time.